guys, it's me. I'm back. This time with something new. You see, if you know me from other sites, you might know that I like to write. Mostly I've just been doing fan fiction, but I hope to do more serious, more original stuff in the future. Let's just put it that way. So, I was thinking of ideas for a young adult book. Maybe I'll write it, maybe I won't. But I gotta get the idea first. And I came up with a few, but then I thought, hey, why not turn this into a game? And also, why not turn this game into something that you could watch? So, welcome to a maybe series that I will be doing called Story by Die. And by that, I don't mean die as in, I mean die as in dice. And what am I talking about here? What's going to happen? I have a chart, and it is set up with options from 1 to 6. And I have set up 6 different options for a number of categories, saying like the main character, supporting characters, like their physical description, their background, stuff like that. So I am going to roll this die, and depending on the number, depends on which option I go with. You'll understand as we go along. Uh, I don't know how good this is going to be. I don't even know if this is going to be something that I'll use or even something that you'll enjoy if I do. I mean, hell, like, I recorded one session of this already, but I was using this baby, and this thing, lo and behold, seemed to be not working right. Who would have guessed a novelty item not working right? Anyway, so I'm using a real die. Now I know it's a little harder to see, but it's the best I got, so. And you will understand what I'm doing further as we go along. So, let's actually get to it now. Alright, first up, we are going to talk about the main character. And first up for the main character is gender. Alright, odds are male, evens are female. Here's my rolling area. Let's do this. 4. Even, which means the main character is female. Alright, now let's talk about her age. I have 6 different choices here because these things for young adult are usually starting young adults, so I started with 16 and then went up by 1 year till you get to 6, which is 21. So let's see what her age is going to be. 1. Guess she's going to be 16. Alright, next let's do hair color. And I know that sounds superfluous, but I decided to put it in here anyway. Helps me imagine the character in my head. Anyway, so here's the thing. 1 is blonde, 2 is brown, 3 is black, 4 is red, 5 is blue, and 6 is white. Yeah, I wanted to put a few extreme colors in there just for fun. So let's do this. 1. Blonde it is. Okay. Alright, let's next get into what I call race. Now it sounds kind of weird to put it that way, but I don't mean the color of her skin. I mean, well, let me just explain. 1 is human. 2 means that she is a human that has been experimented on. 3 is vampire. 4, half elf. 5, half demon. 6, half god. Percy Jackson. Alright, let's do this. Oh, 5. Which, if I'm not mistaken, means, yep, half demon. Cool. And I thought this was getting pretty boring. Alright, so next we talk about setting. And by that I mean I put a twist to everything. So 1 is Wild West, 2 is Victorian London, 3 is a fantasy land that I will create, 4, 50s New York, 5, dystopian version of Anchorage, Alaska. And 6 is a high-tech futuristic Atlanta. Yeah, I've put some thought into these categories. Alright, so let's do this. Alright. 2, Victorian London. Huh. So, half demon in Victorian London. I was hoping I'd get a weird combo with this. So far, so good. Alright, next let's talk about the genre of this book. We already know it's going to be semi-supernatural with the fact that she's a half-demon, but what else? Is it going to be thriller, adventure, neo-noir, just plain supernatural, urban fantasy, or at least the Victorian version of urban fantasy, or western? Two, adventure. Cool. Alright, now let's talk about something that seems to be in every young adult story, and that is love. But I thought I'd put a twist to it and do the love level. Like, how big of a level is it? 1, none. 2, it's just merely a crush. 3, we hint at it, but it's never really resolved. 4, it happens, but it has nothing to do with the plot. 5, they get together midway, like serious connection. Then 6, it is extreme love at first sight. Alright? It is 6. Love at first sight. Okay. Whew. Okay. Now let's talk about the best friend. All of these stories have a best friend. So, best friend's gender, same as before. Odds male, evens female. Odds, which means odds, it's a male. Alright. Alright, so let's talk about the best friend. How old are they? Are they 2 years younger? 1 year younger? Same age, 1 year older, or 1 year younger? That is a do. They are 1 year younger. Alright, hair color. Same as before. Let's see. 4, red. Alright, let's do something and talk about whether or not they meet the best friend before or after. Is this like the Immortal Instruments, where she has her best friend before she enters this new world? Or does she get the best friend after, like in Divergent? Odds are before, evens are after. Even. After. Alright, let's talk about another mainstay of the genre, mentor. First of all, gender, like before. 3, so the mentor is male. Male mentor, male best friend. Anywho, so mentor's age. Now for this, I went a little different. I went, is the mentor 21? Is the mentor 25, 30, 40, 50? And then 6 I just put as immortal. 4, the mentor is 40. And considering that the main character is 16, maybe father figure? Alright, and just for completion's sake, mentor's hair, same as the other hair stuff. 2, mentor has brown hair. Okay, we have 3 categories left. This goes back to the main character and describing her. First of all, who does she live with? Does she live by herself? Does she live with her dad only? Does she live with her mom only? Does she live with both parents? Does she she live with a relative who isn't her parent? Is she living with an adoptive family? Alright, let's do this. Oh, 6. Adoptive family it is. Now, this next category was kind of a maybe category, depending on how the dice rolled. This has to deal with her parent or parent if the die chose only one parent. This is just simply, is the parent or now parents dead in this story? Odds are yes, evens are no. Six, which is even, which means her parents aren't dead. Huh. Well, considering that she's living with an adoptive family, that's interesting. Something for me to think about. Alright, our last one. Might seem kind of weird, but basically tells the whole story of where this plot begins. The main character's financial status. Are they poor, lower middle class, higher middle class, rich, or freaking royalty? Let's do this. Boom, 6. They are royalty. Huh. Alright, so in summation, based on rolling this little die here, we have so far that our story is about a female who is 16, blonde, is half demon, lives in Victorian London. The book will be an adventure story. When she meets her romantic interest, it will be love at first sight. She will have a male best friend who is 1 year younger than her, has red hair, and she meets him after starting the adventure, like after getting into this new world. She will have a male mentor who is 40 with brown hair. She will live with an adoptive family, but her parents aren't dead, and she is royalty. Now, is she secretly royalty, or is her adoptive family? Maybe that's a question for another date, for another roll of the die. If this works out, join me next time where we might be getting into some names and maybe a little bit of specifics about the main character, her friend, and the mentor. Till then, see ya.